Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where edutainment is what I do. Black History moment, probably one you're not expecting. Some people may expect it, some may not. Yeah, it's basketball related. But before we get off into that, I need y'all to do what you always do for me. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D-Real page so that when the material comes out, you get it. If you're digging with a brother Chaplin, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the page. Quick question. Who was the first African-American man to play in an NBA game? Did you say Bill Russell? Wilt Chamberlain? The Big O? I give up. I don't know no other names for that. Okay, I'm going to save you the trouble. Here we go. CourtesyNBA.com. That fella right there, name is Earl Lloyd. He was selected number 100 in the 1950 draft, and he was the first African American to play in the NBA. Let's read about this, shall we? The NBA isn't alone in celebrating its history across 75 years this season. Actually, they're on their 76th year because this article came out in 2022. Major League Baseball has a big diamond anniversary coming up on April 15th. On that date in 1947, Jackie Robinson played his first game for the Brooklyn Dodgers, breaking baseball's color line. A Rookie of the Year, an MVP, and a 7-time All-Star, the World Series champion, and eventually a Hall of Famer. Robinson's uniform number 42 is retired across the National and American Leagues, not for those achievements, but for his place in the sports and the nation's history. History in as an African-American hero and civil rights leader. Lesser known, perhaps, to casual sports fans, but significant for the NBA, three men walked that path 3 years after Robinson. In the 1950-51 season, it marked the start of the league's racial integration, with three men serving as pioneers. Chuck Cooper of the Boston Celtics was the first African-American player drafted by an NBA team, going number 13 overall as the first pick of the second round in April 25th, 1950. Nat Sweetwater Clifton is generally regarded as the first African-American to sign an NBA contract, joining the New York Knicks from the Harlem Globetrotters in May 24th of 1950. However, Earl Lloyd went to the Washington Capitals as the number 100 pick, and 6 months later became the first African-American to play in an NBA game. There he is right there with his Chuck Taylors on, styling and profiling, doing what he do. Okay? Capitals opened the 1950-51 schedule at Rochester on Halloween, one day before Cooper's Celtics played at Fort Wayne, Indiana, and 4 days before the Knicks opened on November 4th against the Tri-Cities Blackhawks in Moline, Illinois. Earlier this month, children of the three race pioneers, Chuck Cooper III, Kevin Lloyd, and Jatwan Robinson, got together on a Zoom call to talk with NBA.com about their fathers. None of them lugged the burden Robinson did by going it alone, just as none of them got his level of acclaim. Sounds like a fair trade to their family members. Mr. Lloyd and my dad, too, gave Jackie a lot of credit for making things easier for them, Cooper III said. Cooper III. Certainly not easier, certainly not easy, but easier. I think it was helpful for them to have each other because they would kind of look out for each other. They had an agreement they would never fight each other. They would let each other know the safe places to go and hang out. Said Kevin Lloyd. There weren't as many teams, so they played against each other a lot. Every time my father went to Boston, it was Chuck's responsibility to take care of my family and vice versa. Same with New York. Sweetwater would take care of either one of them. They had to. They were tight knit. All three men were inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. Lloyd in 2003, Clifton in 2014, and Cooper in 2019, but got there as contributors or via a designated African American selection committee. Their kids want people to know how good they were as athletes and players, not only as firsts. Wow. Edutainment is what I do. And I know a bunch of y'all didn't know that, weren't aware of it, weren't remotely aware of it. Okay. As we continue in the 21st century to break barriers and create firsts, I will be the first one to say I love seeing stuff like this. I love seeing people break barriers. I love seeing people exceed the expectations. I love people saying, why can't I do this? And do it. If it weren't for people like that, people like us would never become inspired to be more, to do more, to accomplish more. I hate to keep bringing it up. No, I don't hate to keep bringing it up, but I find an opportunity to bring it up whenever I can. Recast T'Challa. Think about it. You keep plugging and plugging and plugging and plugging and plugging until something gives. Do you think that was the first time when they finally did get, some airtime, some play time? You know what I'm saying? Do you think that was the easiest thing they ever done? Nah, of course not. In Boston? A black man in Boston. Come on now. Y'all already know. You know how if you ain't playing for the Celtics, okay, and probably back in 1951, 52, it was probably the same way for black men who played for the Boston Celtics. So yeah, we had to overcome some stuff. So the next time you see a black hooper, ask him about Lloyd, Cooper, Sweetwater, black pioneers in the NBA. That's it for now. But fret not, I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.